Yo, wagwan everyone, welcome to the Catman show. It's gonna be just a short little video today because I'm busy. I'm just a busy guy, you know, innit? So I wanted to just rattle on a little bit about something that has brought me much entertainment. You know, I listen to a lot of UK rap, being from the UK and all that. And I'm not just talking about grime or drill. I'll be listening to all that. But I also be listening to that underground hip-hop shit. That boom-bap revival shit, you get me? And you know, I've noticed a trend with some of these man. They just have the most mental names, really. But not just mental, they have like weird names, disgusting names, slimy names. And it's kind of like they're all trying to one-up each other with how ridiculous they can make their names. For example, I think a good entry to the shit I'm talking about is Stinking Slumrock. I've talked about him before. That kind of name, it makes you do stank face. You know, when you be listening to some shit and it goes hard and you make that stank face to like say it's good. Well, it's kind of like he's trying to make you a stank face, but for real. Like you just had a big whiff of shit float right into your nose. And then maybe there's some kind of mental equation going on there where it tricks you into thinking you're stank facing at the music. Slumrock, you know, he's a very good rapper. Probably like top 10 UK rappers, honestly. And he got the kind of style to back up that name as well. Proper slimy shit, like he's trying to make your skin crawl. Always on some mad gritty beats. Always sounding like he's in this dirty environment. Like just a pure, sludgy, dirty experience. That's what he brings you. But it's this kind of thing where you're going around with a name like Stinking Slumrock. It's very entertaining to me. Like once you chose a rap name, for most people, that's it. You know what I mean? And they settle with Stinking Slumrock. They're like, that's what I'm going for. Then you got this man, Smellington Piff. Imagine you're there trying to think of a rap name and you settle with Smellington Piff. That shit's crazy. Has a similar thing going on with Sean Peng. Like no one says Peng anymore. Not really aged well, you know. Kinda stuck in a dead era with that. No one says Piff anymore either. But you know what, I'll grant Smellington Piff is a memorable name. Because it's so fucking absurd. And you hear him rapping and he's like dead passionate, like he's dead serious. Feeling himself and shit. Like, yeah, Smellington Piff, you know what it is. He's got a proper nasally voice too. He got that kind of aura like, yeah, I am a fucking outcast. He owns it, you know. Smellington fucking Piff. That shit is crazy. He raps about like being a gypsy and shit. That's all I really remember him rapping about. The other day I found out about this guy called Cheech the Grim Reaper. Can you see what I'm on about with how it feels like they're all just trying to one-up each other with these names? Cheech the Grim Reaper is when I knew I was too far down the rabbit hole. It wasn't even bad either. I'm not trying to throw any shade on any of these man. I just recognize the trend. I recognize the absurdist shit these men be doing. And you know I rate it. They don't take themselves too seriously or anything. There is another quality I want to go on about as well. It's not just the names, you know. That's just an element really that adds to the overall absurdity of the UK scene the further you delve down. So many rappers' styles end up being really crazy and deranged, but also unique. I think it started with Task Force really, and Chester P. They opened up the doors for the UK to get autistic. Basically in the late 90s, they were looking at all these British men trying to imitate American rappers, and they were fucking sick of it. And in the recognition that the world at large will never care about UK rap, they just decided to be as real as possible, developing unique and authentically British styles where they'd get up on stage and snarl and rap in high-pitched voices. Chester P, he was the first one to dare to be real. And then all these other rappers were inspired to start developing their own crazy styles. And now you got rappers like Eric the Red. And you know, Eric the Red, he's like a novelty to me really. His music is pretty entertaining though. He has the highest pitched voice in rap music without question. And refuses to rap about anything other than the drugs he takes, how fucked up his mind is, and his schizophrenic visions. Honestly, he's way too much to bear most of the time, but that's why I kind of respect it. He's perfected a style that repels practically everyone. He's completely sabotaging himself, and he completely understands this. That's what makes him feel kind of like a more authentic weirdo. He's doing it all for the love of it. Generally, in this scene, you have a bunch of miscreants crawling about everywhere. Look at Trellion and Sniff, classic duo. But their idea of what is cool is making themselves out to be the dingiest, most scummy, dirty and slimy fuckers with no moral principles. You think about what American rappers name themselves, they're like, yeah, I'm Lil Boss, man, I'm Big Pimp. While UK rappers out here, they're like, yeah, I'm sniffing it. You listen to a song like Good Life, and it really says it all. So demented and fucked up, and it makes your skin crawl. But for them, this is the good life. This is exactly how they want everything to be. Really, I can't explain it in words. You gotta listen to the song. But it's this thing where they're really representing the gutters, it feels like, and the fucking sewers, the swamp. Let me see if I can rattle off a few more funny names before I end the video. Flea Pit, classic. Dirty Diggers, that's a good one. Be careful with that name. Can make a bad mistake with that one. Yeah, I think I'll end the video here. Subscribe to the Catman Show, leave a like, leave a comment. Goodbye.